I'm back, and it's 2017. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my apartment. Now today we're going to be talking about the film A Monster Calls. Now, before I get into that, I just want to say thanks for your patience in me getting out some reviews this year so far. I've taken kind of a small hiatus for myself just to kind of recoup and get back into the swing of things for the new year. So this is my review, first of the year. Let's get into it. Now, the general premise of this film is that we have this young child, 12-year-old boy. He's too old to be a kid. He is too young to be considered a man. So he's just in that basically teenage space in his life where it's just kind of an awkward time. He's bullied at school. His mom has a terminal illness, basically cancer, as far as I could tell. And he is just having to deal with all this stuff at a very young age. And one night when he is drawing, he's a very talented artist, a tree monster approaches him, voiced by Liam Neeson, and decides that instead of doing any sort of harm, he's going to tell him three tales. And then he expects a fourth one from this kid at the end of the day. And that's our film. Now, this is based on a book. I have not read said book. I might do it sometime this year and review it on this channel, but as of now, I had no idea what I was going into really with this story. I saw a couple trailers, but nothing that I was really knowing what to expect from. The performances in this film are all very, very good. This is an Oscar contender. It's about that season right now, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of good performances coming up here. Lewis McDougall, he plays the kid. He does a very good job. He's not somebody who I've seen, to my knowledge, before in a film. He just does a really good job. He basically has to hold the whole film on his shoulders. You see how basically tortured he is, because he is in, like I said, this very difficult situation. He is in basically a really bad school where he gets picked on all the time and beat up. Then he has to go home to his mom suffering from cancer, his grandma wanting to take him away to live with her and preparing for that. And it's just not anything that he really wants to deal with. Felicity Jones and her scenes were just really, really good and really emotional for the most part, because you just have this mom who's trying to put on the best, bravest face for her kid, and just basically keep telling them, as you would, hey, it's gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine, they got this new treatment going, it's gonna save me, you'll be good. And it's just a really tough thing to watch, because in the back of our minds, you know, this is cancer. Very few times do people actually survive it at this stage that it's in. So I really enjoyed seeing her performance, especially in comparison to the recent release of Rogue One, where she plays a very different type of character. Just seeing the range of roles that she has, even with Inferno, just shows like, oh hey, this is somebody who we need to really keep an eye on. And then Liam Neeson voices this big tree monster. I thought he was the best part of the film, honestly. He has some wit to him. He is this 1,000 upon 1,000-year-old tree who's been around for ages upon ages. His stories are also very, very neat to see, because they're played out in a watercolor format. It's not real people acting out the scenes. It's just this really cool artistry which shows up and just creates these images and these really cool scenes which tell these tales. The tales are ultimately supposed to help this kid learn to let go of his pain, and they do that for the most part once it's explained. I felt like the tales could have maybe been touched on, or at least had a little more of a similar impact to a degree. I don't know, I didn't feel like they were the most effective way of helping this kid deal with pain. It's just kind of, oh hey, here's a bunch of situations where humanity is really complicated. You're that way too, I guess. So there's that. The CGI effects in this film also look fantastic. There are scenes where, well, obviously we have Liam Neeson as a tree monster. All that looks really, really cool. And we have scenes where he's just got his twigs just kind of sprouting to different areas of a house or a room, or just various parts of a space, and it just looks really, really neat. The film is also very well paced. It's almost 2 hours, not quite, and it kept my attention for pretty much the whole entire film, so that was a really satisfying thing. Maybe it's because I haven't gone to see anything for about 2 weeks now, but yeah, that was a nice thing to see happen. I wasn't really bored at all throughout the course of this film. In regards to issues with the film, I didn't really have a ton. There are bullies in the film, like I've mentioned. They did feel very one-dimensional to me. They're just like, oh hey, here's a kid with a punchable face who we're going to pick on. They didn't really have any essence to them or any sort of interesting facts to make them somewhat decent characters, or to put like them in a grace perspective. So they were just kind of villains to be villains and for a plot point to take place. So I would have liked to maybe see a little bit more to them, or see one of them make a turn and help the kid or something. But that's just a really nitpicky thing for the most part. Overall, I really enjoyed this film. I thought Monster Calls was a very interesting film. It kept me captivated for the whole entire thing, and I was tearing up a lot by the last half hour because it's a very, very sad movie by the end of it. So, yeah, great performances, really good special effects. All three tales were very, very well told, I thought, except for maybe the third one could have had a little more substance to it. But overall, really good film. Check it out if it's in a theater near you. I think it just expanded this weekend. It's probably going to get more expansions if it wins stuff tonight. Guys, those are my thoughts on A Monster Calls. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. And as always, my people, my name is Nick Pell. And once again, keep on watching.